Alright, let's try this again. It said SD card or error. Who knows what's going on. Been having to deal with that a lot here lately. Okay, YouTube. One of my subscribers, TJ, asked me if I'd do a gear video. So, TJ, this is for you, brother. Okay, let's try this again. I feel kind of stupid going through this first part again, but only got about 2 minutes into it. So, I use the Milwaukee pack out boxes. I seen Climbing Arborist is where I got the idea from. And they are amazing. I love them. They're super heavy duty. I mean, super heavy duty, and they snap in to one another. And the whole stack is like on a dolly. The bottom box has got wheels. It's got a handle, and they're super heavy duty. For a while, I had them, and I lived upstairs, and I would literally pull them up a flight of stairs and down a flight of stairs every day, and they're just amazing. They're super heavy duty. Let me make sure this is still recording. Huh? Yeah, we're still good. I'm gonna have to check that every now and then. But anyhow, I love the Milwaukee pack outs. I use Protos helmets. I like the yellow ones, yellow and black. But it's got the Cena built in, and it's amazing. If you're not using communications, man, you don't know what you're missing. It's a game changer. Not having to scream, to just be able to just talk. Tell your guy, your rope man, hey, get ready, and bam, he hears you. So amazing. I just ordered extra padding for it. But yeah, the helmets. I had one of my microphones messed up. I think it got wet, and then when I don't know that, or I connected it wrong, something. But I was down, couldn't use them for a couple days, and it sucked. It so sucked. Well, while we're doing this, I'm a bachelor. I'm a single guy, and this is my abode, my humble abode. You can tell it's a bachelor pad, but here's where I live. I took my throw rug and got up out of the floor to do this video, and this is my buddy. This is Rosilla, the Rosinator. She just got a bath and shaved today, so she's a little traumatized. That's why she acts all freaked out. That's my little buddy. And a little slice of my life. Okay, here's the good box here, and this baby here, that's custom. All right, you can't get that. You got it. That's custom. Okay, let's see here. Actually, I'm gonna put this right here. A little easier to get into. But here's the good box with all the good stuff. I just got some of these Tangas, they call them. They're just little keepers for your carabiner. Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. I'm just I've got lots of doohickeys, man. So I got a rope wrench, and I actually got this free when I order from Tree Stuff. It's usually a pretty good order. So and if you order like over $400 or $500, sometimes $600, they send you stuff. So I got this and 2 carabiners and a prusik for free. I've got, I don't know if I'm gonna do the bending over thing, but steel Rock Exotica carabiner for rigging. Got another steel carabiner for rigging. I don't know, I think that's ISC. Real heavy duty. I've got a few Shinbiners that I'm not using. I like the, I may end up putting one of them on my new saddle. I just got the Tree Motion Evo because they say that it holds them pretty solid where they're not flopping so much. So I'm gonna see how, I haven't used it much yet, so I'm gonna see how that works. I may end up putting that on there. I got an extra cord for my Haas knee ascender. I bought this, but this thing is stiff, so it wants to just, fly it all over the place. So I haven't been using it much. I think maybe I thought about maybe getting it wet and putting it on. Maybe if it gets broken, it'll work. But just a bunch of miscellaneous pulleys and carabiners and rings and stuff. Then I've got an extra foot loop for my knee ascender, and this came off of my Silky. I took that off and just put a carabiner on there. I seen Ahern is where I seen using that carabiner instead. So I did that. That didn't look like it's just gonna end up getting torn, but I don't know. I took it off and put the carabiner on there, and that works really well. So there's a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. I ordered them rings, and I ordered them in a big pack. I had a bunch of them. Hopefully the camera angle's good. This is about the best. Well, I didn't want to do a camera where it's on me, on my face. I don't mind talking and being on camera if it's not pointing at my face. It's not so bad. You're seeing what I'm doing as opposed to looking at me. So, okay, a bunch of that. Here, I'll open that here in a minute. And then here I've got a bunch of miscellaneous prussics, some 10mm Ocean, 8mm, and I believe that's a 10 as well. 10, that's the one that came free. It's a promotional gift. So, you know, if you're going to order from Tree Stuff, I would suggest hanging off until you're going to do a big order, because a lot of times they'll have promotional stuff and you can get some good free stuff, man. I've got quite a few things. I can't remember them all right now. I've got some cheap straps that I'd ordered. I basically got these to use as a speed line kit, and I don't use them very often, but they get used to just for miscellaneous things. Like a half a dozen of them. I think these cheap screw carabiners that I ordered from Amazon back when I first started ordering stuff. Okay, now this here I'm pretty excited about. I just made this. I got the idea off of an Instagram post. I seen somebody, but it's a double lanyard. And what I did was I ordered the Cant Gyro triple swivel deal. And it's just one length of rope, and they work kind of like them chisel tenders, but it works great, man. I mean, I haven't used it in the tree yet, but I'm excited for tree access, just for anytime I've got to do a whole bunch of going, you know, from my lanyard to my climbing system to my lanyard. I watch Lupilo, or whatever his name is, that Mexican climber who's amazing. I watch him using the double lanyards, and he'll have them with 2 pulleys, and that's just so much more compact, and I think it's going to be amazing, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, my knee ascender. I love this thing. This thing's awesome, and I chose to get the one that's got the where you can put the clip on there, as opposed to having to deal with that strap every time. I have this and a foot loop that I wear on my boot at all times, and I just hang this on my saddle, and man, it's just a matter of just click, click, on and off. So it's real convenient to do rope walking. Okay, I made a couple of lanyards here. All right, let's see. Oh, here's another promotional item, freebie, Notch Jet Step from Tree Stuff. Free. I'm not sure what they cost, but probably around $100. And that was free. Free with a big order. So, hey man, pays off to wait to do an order to do a big one. Okay, here's my Zillion, whatever. But I was using the Tri-Tech cord, but it's more stiff, and I wanted to make a longer lanyard, because there's times when I do need a longer one. So I just made one out of my Blue Moon. But this thing here is amazing. I highly recommend that. It's well worth the money. I mean, it's smooth like the zigzag. It's the exact same thing. And I like these kind of clips as opposed to, I need to fix that where I got a little more coming out. But I like these kind of clips. These are, I just like these. They're really handy. They're not the triple, it's just the double, you know, 2 motions to, but they work amazing. Now I ordered this, and it's like, it's not the Tri-Tech cord. It's made out of some more supple, so it doesn't slide around as much. But yeah, it's pretty handy. I don't use it very often, but if you're doing spar work, you can put your system off to one side and then have that pulling you off to the other side so you don't swing around. I need to start doing that more often. And I've got another lanyard. It's basically the same thing, but just with the pinto pulley. And this one here I made out of a ring and a small nylon runner, or whatever kind of, it's a thin runner, but that works real good. That thing, I think I'm going to switch that over to my Xeon actually. But it's basically the same thing, lanyard, and the pinto pulley works amazing for a lanyard. Works really well. You know, I don't know. That's what I used for the longest time, and then I got the Xeon, and I just, you know, they both work amazing. I got this heavy duty 4-foot strap. It's like a 10,000 pound braking strength, just in case I'm gonna, you know, I don't know. I don't use it very often, but it's there in case I do. CT hand ascender. I've got a lot of these things here to isolate the, you know, so it's not moving around, and that works really well. And these are great hand ascenders. I highly recommend them. But this is a dream. It's got the, because I mainly use this for, like, I'm doing SRT all the time. I almost always climb SRT. So if you're, you know, you're leaned way out and you don't have a 2-to-1, so you're literally doing your own weight. So you can take this thing and clip on your line and hook your tail right in there, and now you've got a 3-to-1. You can pull yourself back up. If you just need to, you know, if you're working your way out on a limb that's, and you know, you're beside the limb. Anyway, this works real good for a 3-to-1, and you don't lose any. You don't have a carabiner coming down. It's just super convenient. I think it was like 110 bucks. Man, that's worth $1 million. That's an amazing device. And I've got here's the carabiners that came free with that pulley and the prusik, the hitch climber pulley and the prusik that I got as a promotional. It came with these 2 carabiners, but I use these. Got 4-foot and 3-foot runners that I use a lot. And shout out to Traver Ahern. I'm sure if you're watching my channel, you've done watch him, but that's where I seen how to do these, to do my runners like that. Freaking amazing, man. They don't get hung up on anything. It's just super good way to keep your stuff. I just bought this. I haven't even used it yet. It's really tight, man. I mean, it's not like the regular recoil lanyard that I got. There's just almost no, you don't feel any resistance. This one here is for the bigger saws, and there's a lot more resistance. So I don't know. I bought it. I haven't used it much. I haven't used it at all, actually. I've got the zigzag. That thing is smooth as silk. It's cleaned a little bit. I haven't used it in a while, but an amazing device, man. If you're contemplating on getting a zigzag, highly recommend that. That thing is amazing for anybody who climbs moving rope or double rope, whatever, DRT, whatever they call it anymore. If you climb that, highly recommend that. And then you can use this to go SRT. You can use a rope wrench with this as well, but this thing here is super convenient to slap on there and put on. It's quick to go, you know, in and on and off. But I'll tell you what, those two together, smoothest thing you're gonna have, man. You can't get anything smoother. I've got the, hell is that? I forgot the name. Oh, Unisender. Man. Rock Exotica Unisender. I don't use it very often. That was my first mechanical device that I got. And it's a great device. It's a great device. The only downfall with it is if you're trying to lower yourself down with one hand and use the other, because you have to wrap your thing around. It's just got a little bit of a learning curve, but it's a great device. I got the drum from Richard Mumford. I ordered that from him. I want to give a shout out to him. He was amazing. I was having problems ordering it, so I called him up and got him on the phone, and he freaking, I sent him a check, but he sent me the device before I even got the check sent to him or anything. He just, an amazing guy, man. He was super helpful, super friendly. I am not tech savvy, and I was having issues, and he was like, hey, he goes, I'll give me your address and stuff. And I sent it to him. He sent me in an email where to send the check, and he immediately had that in the mail before I even got the check sent to him. So shout out to Richard, man. You're an amazing guy. God bless you. Photosender, CT Photosender, works great. I almost never use it because I almost do exclusively removals. I hate climbing without spurs. Sucks. It freaking is a nightmare. I mean, I just haven't done it hardly at all. So, you know, I don't like it. I'm not comfortable. Probably need to practice, and I have the 4 SRT chest harness, and that thing, I love that. That's really awesome. This camp doesn't really fit in there all the way, but it makes it easy to clip on. So that's why I use it. And that's it for all my doohickeys. So let's just throw that in there. Freaking fortune there, man. That stuff ain't cheap, but I'll tell you what, man, this is a bunch of good gear. Makes life easier. Definitely makes life easier. This here I'm really excited to try, man. Anytime, because when you're going from your lanyard to your climbing system, it would just be so much quicker. I watched that, like I said, that Mexican climber, Ramborista. Check him out, man. That guy's good. He's really good. He's really good, man. He knows how to do all his own splicing and all that stuff. You know, that's something I'd like to learn, but I don't know. All right. Okay, now here, this is just a box of miscellaneous stuff. I've got zip ties, chainsaw sharpeners, tape, chains, files, and just all kinds of crap like that, man. For melting ropes and just all that kind of stuff. Just basically all kinds of tools. And let's see, let's make sure we're still recording. I keep getting errors all the time. Hey, we're still going. How much time have we been on there? This might not be a super long video. Okay. Oh, silky. Super nice saw. Super nice saw. I love that saw. That saw. I had the Steel P90, I think it's called, handsaw. It was a promotional gift when I bought my 193, and I love the saw itself, but the scabbard, you try to put the saw in, it's constantly hanging up, and it just sucks. This thing here just works great. Okay, look at this, guys. I freaking love this thing. My new saddle, and I just got me a pouch, medic pouch, whatever. It's got the blood stopper kit on it, but I love this, man. This thing I've worn a couple times. So comfortable, so comfortable. Oh wow, I forgot about this. And my Rope Runner Pro. That's my new favorite device. That's what I'm on most of the time now, is my Rope Runner Pro. And I really like that, guys. That thing it's really nice. It's really nice. And it is not super compact, but I was climbing on the zigzag with the chicane. So this is quite a bit more compact than that. But I really like this, man. I really like it. I highly recommend it. I tell you, if you get that, I don't think you will be disappointed. I do not think you will be disappointed. I got nothing but good things to say about it. But anyhow, I ordered the Monkey Beaver suspenders. Trying to get where that light's not gonna be blinding you guys. The Monkey Beaver suspenders, and they sent me one that's got the leather patch on it. Freaking awesome, man. Shout out to August, his crew, man. You guys are amazing. But this has got the blood stopper pouch, and it's got some stuff you can pour on a wound to make it clot up too. I've got a pouch that I put my phone in, and my batteries, my GoPro batteries. I've got this little, let's see. There we go. Got this thing here, ordered from Amazon. It holds 3 batteries and an SD card, and I've just found out that it's actually a reader, card reader. I didn't know that, but until yesterday. But I put that in there so I can change batteries when I'm up in the tree, or in the bucket nowadays, quite a bit. But Tree Motion Evo. I've got this little notch. I think it's notch. Yeah, notch. And it's on a key back. I ordered from Amazon for up in the tree. That's pretty handy. 4 transporters. See that thing there, you've got almost 0 resistance. So I'll tell you what, if you don't got one of them, get one. They're the greatest, the best. I've also got a couple of, I don't know if I'm going to leave these on here. I've got a couple of, I've got a Rock Steel D. I've got a couple of, whatever the hell these are called, Petzl carry tools on there. I just put them on there. I had them on my other saddle. I don't know if I'm going to leave them on there or not. But on this, what I did, because I don't have my adjustable bridge, I had the C2 rolling lock on my other saddle, so I don't have an adjustable bridge. So what I did in place of that is I took one of these and shortened it up to the length, because it'll still, it won't affect you when you're using the long bridge. It's just a little tight getting it on, but once you get it on, you don't realize it, you know, it doesn't affect you being a short bridge. But when you want to do some spar work, or if you want a short bridge for tree access, rope walking, you've got a short bridge, and then you've got your regular one. And it was as simple as just pulling it apart and taking the one ring off and putting it there, and then making one shorter. Super easy. But this thing here, I really like this, man. It's really comfortable. It feels real light when I'm wearing it. Now my first one, good saddle I had was the Buckingham Ergovation, and it's a good saddle, but it's just, it rides up around your waist. It's up high around your waist. And I kept popping ribs. It's got good padding and everything, but for some reason, I crack ribs leaning over and stretching over and stuff, and I was just constantly popping ribs with that thing. So then I was watching Traver. Another shout out to Traver. He uses this, and he loves this. And I'll tell you what, I love it too. It's a great saddle. Really, really awesome saddle. It sits low. It rides. This part goes around your waist to keep it from falling down. But the part that's holding all your weight is down around your hips, around your pelvic girdle. So it's really great. The only complaint I have with this is that when I'm trying to, well, I've got it on. When you're wearing it and you're hanging, your bridge is up here. When you're trying to get your, well, it'll be on this side, but when I'm trying to hook in onto my side D's, it was always jammed up and in the freaking way. It was just a pain. That was the only downfall about this saddle. But no, I take that back. That, and if you peel off a shirt, you've got a set for wearing a sweatshirt. You take that sweatshirt off, now you need to adjust the waist belt. It's not a quick adjustment. You've got to unhook all this, and it's a pain in the ass to adjust the waist, you know. So, but other than that, it's a great saddle. I do highly recommend the saddle. The only thing is it doesn't have the lower, you can hook into here, but like this one, it's got the lower D's. Real big and easy to hook into, and they stay separated. And these side D's are rings, but they don't lay flat up against your saddle like this. They stay out to where they're real easy to clip into. I really like that. That was what sold me, was these being separated, these D's staying out where they didn't lay down. That's what I liked about this one, is these D's are kicked out like that. You know, so, but that's a great saddle, man. And it's freaking heavy duty leather. And it's probably the coolest looking saddle I've ever seen, man. That leather like that. But, you know, I'll tell you, that one feels so light when I put it on. It feels super light. Anyway, oh, yeah. And I about forgot. I use Buckingham steel Spurs with the big buck Velcro pads. And I love them, man. They make titanium ones that are a little lighter, but they're like almost $800. And I've got the CT spur mounted Ascender, and that there is awesome, super awesome, man. So I see a lot of people wear a foot Ascender jammed up with their spur, and it's just kind of a, I mean, I see it, it works, but this here is worth it. It is definitely worth it. You got to buy this separate. The mounting plate and this are two separate things, but it's worth the investment. I can't remember what it was, but I'll tell you what, it's amazing. Super good, super convenient. Okay. And I keep my saddle and spurs and handsaw in one, in the bottom box over here. Alright, let me put these up, get this stuff out of the way, and I'll pull up my rigging. I've got a lot of rigging equipment here. I just about got everything I want. I want to get a double beast ring on a 20-foot sling. After that, I think I don't know. All right. Okay, fuel and oil and a few wrenches and stuff up there on the top. And this stuff here, I've got gloves. I've wrapped if I'm gonna be in the tree for a real long time, I've got these 6-inch, I think they're 6-inch, maybe they're not, maybe they're 4-inch. I don't know, but I wrap my shins with them because I got like the most bony legs, scrawny legs, so I put them on there and I can climb all day. And I got some crane work lined up for next week, so I bought the crane headset so me and him can stay in communications. I got a rain suit. I don't like to work in the rain, but sometimes it rains. Gloves and glasses, just miscellaneous stuff. What's left of a slight first aid pouch. Camel back. I got a back brace and some more gloves and stuff in there. So it's mostly just miscellaneous crap. Ah, man, I'm gonna have to fit all this back in here now. Process. About that later. Okay, I'm gonna do some more good stuff here. Now, I just bought this in case my saw runs out of gas. I'll just chop it down. Yeah, this is just part of the lanyard I had. Got a little weaver pouch that's what I was using before I ordered that green one. Pouch with a bunch of wedges in it. So I need to get some more. My saw's hungry for them. Here we go. Check this out. The Captain hook. And I set it up with a pinto pulley and a prusik. I've only used it on one job. And I was having a bad day. And I'll tell you what, man. It was just, it worked. It works real good. But it's just a little bit of a learning curve to, you know. I was just, it was one of them days, man, that nothing was going right. And so it didn't, that one didn't make it on YouTube. And I've got 2 throw cubes, just about a 50-foot hank of rope there. I've got 2 of these throw cubes because, you know, one's never enough. I really need to get a couple more the way I used to throw a ball. But I got the Husqvarna. Everybody says get the Flatimer or whatever. They're like $100. That was like 60, 50 something. And I'll tell you what, they've held up really good so far. And I got some of that, man, the high dollar throw line, man. It's like 1,000-pound breaking strength. And it's 200 foot of it. I can't remember what brand it was. I don't remember what brand it was neither now. But it was the high dollar throw line, man. But it's good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. I've got 2 of those just to strap another piece of rope in there. But I want to play with this and get some practice with that thing, man. That's nice. It worked good. I was just having a bad day. But it does too. You know how some days nothing goes right. Everything gets hooked up. Or I don't know, maybe that just happens to me. Okay. This is the favorite box here. All right, I got a large porter wrap with 20-foot sling. Man, that thing's amazing. I'm sure everybody that's watching's got one of those. I've got a 3/4 inch notch thimble, large thimble. I've got 3 of the 5/8. And I like these here. I use these redirects for most stuff. I'll just go ahead and rig off of these, because I know that that's not the ideal bend radius or anything, but I'll tell you what, man, you wouldn't believe some of the stuff I've rigged off of them before I got the heavier one. But if I'm going to do some real big stuff anymore, I will use this one instead. I like these because the pockets are smaller, and you can, if you're going to rig something down from itself, a branch, you can get a closer, tighter fit. Sometimes that one, the closest pocket, you've got a bunch of play there, you know what I'm saying? So I do like them. Them are amazing. And I've got the whoopee sling, the 3/4 inch whoopee sling. Now this thing is awesome if you're going to set it up and for a main point up high. But to move it and to continue to adjust it, it would be easier to tie with a 20-foot sling than it would be to keep doing that adjusting. It's just a pain in the ass to continue to adjust. I need to watch my mouth. Pain in the rear to continue to adjust it. This thing here is freaking great, man. The triple ring. And they make it where you can retrieve it, but I don't, you know, usually I leave myself to where I can get back to it. But for heavy duty stuff. And I bought me the ISC. Oh, it's a 5/8 pulley, and it's great, man. Super nice to open. These ISC pulleys are amazing. I highly recommend that, and it's on one of them 3/4 inch slings. And I've had this pulley. This one used to belong to my brother before he died. So I've got that, and it's a 20-foot dead-eye sling. And I've got a spider leg. It's a 1/2 inch spider leg. I think it's 12 or 14 foot. Something like that, 12 or 14 foot. I haven't even used it yet since I got it. Like that. And I've got a little 1/2 inch whoopee sling with the mini porta wrap on it. Isn't it cute? Isn't it adorable? But I got that if I'm going to do some tip tie rigging where I can use this to butt tie. But I haven't done very much. I haven't done that. I need to start learning that better. But haven't really done much of that. It's kind of sketchy. But now I just got these bags for my ropes. These 2 new bags. And what I got in there, oh, I went and bought a couple more wedges, and I bought another sharpener. These things are great, but the deal with these is it's got the file, the round file, and plus this is for your rakers. Take that out, because if you just leave that raker one in there, you will grind your rakers down to where you won't even be able to use that chain. That sucker will be hooking and it just keeps grinding too much. So before I sharpen, I always just pop this out and take that file out, sharpen all the teeth, and then take a regular raker gauge and do your rakers with that. Don't leave that in, because you'll file them down too much and you'll regret it. I've thrown a few chains in the trash because of that. I hadn't sharpened some in a little while, and I forgot about taking that out, and I sharpened like 3 or 4 25-inch chains and fucked them up. And I had to drop an F-bomb. Yeah, I messed them up bad. They were trashed. So anyway, I got these. I switched over. I was using the Adrenaline. And I tie knots, and the Adrenaline is just super stiff and super smooth. Now, I've heard people say if you got zigzag and the chicane on Adrenaline, nothing going to be smoother than that on SRT. And I believe that's 100% true. But I tie knots, and this is Blue Moon, and it's just so much more supple for tying the knots with. And I just like this rope better. I like it. So I got a long Blue Moon 150 footer, then I've got like a 120 footer, and I do have like a 75 foot hank of that Adrenaline. My 150 foot Adrenaline got a bad spot in the middle, so I cut it in half. I had 2 of them that had a bad spot dead in the middle, so I cut them in half. So now I've got 4 75 foot pieces of Adrenaline, which I have the short one in here for doing sappy trees, so I don't get sap all over my other rope. So this is just another Blue Moon 150 footer. I mark my bags long, short, and for a rigging line I use Samson 5/8 Samson stable braid. I want to give a shout out to Trevor Ahern on that, because I asked him what rigging line he uses, and so I bought the same stuff, and it works great, man. This is some super strong. This stuff is amazing. I mean, this is good rope, man. 5/8 Samson stable braid. I have rigged down some monster pieces with that. Some monster stuff. That is really strong rope. And this rope here is, I'm not sure what kind it is. I got it off a buddy of mine. Shout out to a buddy of mine named Zach Weaver. He's got his own tree business. I work for him sometimes. But he had a big spool, like a freaking one of them wooden spools for this stuff, and I bought 200 foot of it from him, and I don't know what it is, but it's good rope. I mainly just use it as a tag line. That's pretty much all it gets used for. All my rigging, I use the big rope. I always just use the big rope. I made some crane slings out of my old 5/8 stable braid, and I even marked them. I've got a 30 footer, 2 25s, and 2 20s, and I just tied a bowline with a Yosemite tie off, and then I marked them with colored tape, so I would be able to distinguish what was what. Every so often there's a little, so it's not confusing. And I haven't got a chance to use them yet, but I'm ready. This guy that's crane that I'm gonna go work for, anyway, the guy with the crane, he says he's got a grapple on the end of this crane. Now, I don't know, we'll see how this goes, but I'm looking forward to that. And if it's a little sketchy, we'll switch over to the slings. Because I've watched Trevor do so many crane jobs that I feel like I've done a million myself. So I know what to do. I know what to do. We have the technology. Okay, and then here I've got a 20-ton jack, and I just ordered a 50-ton jack. I'm not going to move it because it almost weighs 50 tons. That's a 50-ton jack, man. That's 100,000 pounds. And I got that because there's a few giant oak trees by this field, and I'm going to use that sucker to jack them over. Okay, my baby, the MS 462C, and I got the West Coast 3-point dogs, and they're freaking awesome. I mean, the bottom one or the middle dog lines up perfect with the chain, with the bar, so it's just amazing. These things are freaking awesome. And I got the bark box. You know what? I'll even fire it up, man, so you guys can hear it. I'm sure you've heard them before, but let's see. And there's the police station. So cops drive by my house like freaking 1,000 times a day. I love it. That thing sounds amazing. Yeah, man, if you got, I highly recommend the bark box and the 3-point dogs from West Coast Saws. Check him out, man. It's good stuff. And I can't remember, it didn't take but a couple days when I made the order. I have a 193 here that I just let when my dad helps me, you know, he'll have that on the ground if he needs to cut something up. I just bought me the 261, and I got the 3-point dogs on it, and I just ordered the from West Coast Saw, it's in the mail, the port here, so I can open it up and do a muffler mod on it. And another shout out to Trevor, because I got the idea for this baseball bat grip tape for the handles, and man, that stuff works great. And I had some other brand, but this is lizard skin, so if you're gonna get it, get the lizard skin, because it's got the most grip. It's like the other stuff gets smooth and it just doesn't have the grip. This, it makes the handle fatter, and it's just unbelievable, the grip that you get. Unbelievable. My 201, as soon as I got it, I took the muffler screen out and I drilled a big old hole in the side of the muffler there, did a muffler mod, and that thing, wow, that thing works great, man. It just rips. And I got the 3-point dogs for the 201. Man, get them. I highly recommend it. They're it's a game changer, man. You can just, you gotta experience it. You gotta experience it. And I got the 2511, and this thing is so freaking light. And I did a muffler mod on it. As soon as I got it, took the screen out and drilled a hole in that. But I need to have somebody adjust it. You've got to have a special tool to adjust the carburetor. You've got the one screw you can, but it's got the 2 fine tuning screws. And I need somebody to adjust it, because after it gets warmed up, I got to start pulling it more and more, and it just becomes a pain in the ass. So I haven't been hardly using it at all. So I got to get that taken care of. Oh, and I ordered the Panther quarter pitch conversion kit from August from monkeybeaver.com, and I highly recommend that too. But it works fantastic until it gets really warm, and then I just got to keep pulling it more and more to get it started, and I just, you know, it just becomes a pain in the butt. These saws were my brother's. My brother died of a drug overdose here last year, and so I took his stuff, you know, God rest his soul. But anyway, this 880 needs a clutch. When I put the bar on it and the chain, when I fire it up, the thing won't stop spinning. So it just needs that. Other than that, it runs. It's good, you know. The 66 needs, or 661 needs, it's not even starting up. So I don't know what's, and then there's a carcass of a 440. So maybe eventually I'll get that one squared away with the clutch. And if I do, I'm going to get the bark box and the 3-point dogs for that. And it needs a wraparound handle, because that thing's like freaking weighs a third as much as I do. And I got my air tanks, or my air pumps there, and I'll show you what that's for. I pull up on a job, people were like, what's in the gun case? I said, what's for the squirrels? What else, you know? I've got, I carry my axe and my apta, and this is custom. Custom, like my seat, it's custom. I made this, and it's heavy, but this part's light, the barrel's light. And I got this just to protect the threads when it's in the case. But man, this thing is amazing, and it averages out about a foot per pound, so you can kind of get an idea of what to put in it, you know. Yeah, let me cross thread it here. But anyway, yeah, screws together and just pump it up. I put the piece on the end. It probably would have been better to come out the side somewhere, but I didn't even, that was real easy and convenient at the time. I can always modify it. But man, this thing is great. You can you can put a beanbag 100 foot in the air with this thing. Easily. Yeah. You know, with the SRT and that, man, fighting to get around like there used to be, you had to climb an oak tree, one of the big giant oak trees, man, it was just a nightmare. And now, man, you can just fire that sucker all the way up to the top. Now it's usually, you know, the throw line blues, you know, that's still there, but you've got the potential to not have to strap up that damn tree. And a cheap gun case to carry it in works really well. These chains, my brother had too. He had milk crates full of these chains. These are 25s, these are 14s, and I'm not sure, I think 20s, but I need to go through them and everything. I just got them separated, and I haven't really done anything else with them. I've got buckets. I'm gonna separate them or put them into buckets and get some oil on them so they stop rusting, and lube them up, maybe clean them up one of these days. But guys, I think that's about it. I've got a bunch of miscellaneous crap in these boxes, but it's nothing that, you know, that's just odds and ends and stuff. So, well, TJ, it's for you, brother. I hope you guys all enjoy this video, and if you want me to do a different one, you know, if you guys got any suggestions, man, comment and let me know. I would be happy to, you know, do whatever, man. Hey, I love you all, man. You guys are great. I really appreciate you guys watching my videos, and man, the support and the positive, you know, the positive stuff that you guys say and everything. It's just, you guys are great, man. I love you all, and you know, I pray for each and every one of you, and may God bless you and your families. Well, signing off.